Rio are self-admittedly a Cupchairs favourite. Rio, for me, was the first band that I kind of interacted with upon joining Cupchairs. I absolutely loved their sound, and I caught them at a moment when their direction went even darker and heavier. I've had the great privilege to meet this band live, see their awesome energy, and that energy extends off stage just as much as on, as you will see. This is a great...
Rio, welcome to In the Chair With, such as it is. It's a very pleasure to meet you again and ask you a few questions. How have you all been?
All good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Been good. All apart from the weather, but you know.
Got some good shows under our belt, got some good shows coming up. It's all looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. The weather is what stopped me wearing the Rio T-shirt that you see behind, but I've been giving it as much air time as possible. You know, in recording videos and stuff, just to kind of push it around. A few people have asked me, "What's that shirt? What's that?" But people seem to think that it's a brand of drink. I've had that twice. Like, is that your energy drink? I'm like, not quite.
It is. It's a new flavour of Monster. There's like 50 of them, and if you get a can in 6 months, it'll be twice as valuable. So get it and hoard it.
Yeah. I mean, we've only got like 10 left, so
exactly.
Limited supply left on the stock.
Buy 10, hoard it, and then in 6 months, when you sell it on, we'll know that we're desirable.
Yeah. I'll see you out and about on the streets wearing them.
Yeah. Or just carrying 10 of them, because why not?
It's probably not a bad tactic, actually. A band-focused energy drink. Yeah, it could be something in that.
Yeah.
Sounds expensive.
You just got to call it drum juice or something.
I must admit, although I wouldn't say no if Monster did want to sponsor me. So Monster, if you're out there listening,
I'll make a call. I'll make a call after the interview.
Mango flavour. No one's sponsoring that at the moment.
No, no one's sponsoring now. I'm just saying.
Yes. J Drums. Don't get.
That's it.
Is that a catch line? Is that
a catch line? That was on the J Drums 79. Come check me out. A little bit of plug, you know. Got to get a little bit of love. Why not?
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Just me.
Drummers need love too, it's fine.
Exactly.
Okay, where did my first question was gonna be kind of like, how did you kind of sort of all kind of meet together? But I suppose the first question I should ask, which is the most important one, is where did you find that guy? The drummer. Where did you pick him up from?
He followed us to the studio one day. We took him in, left him a bowl of milk out, and he stayed ever since.
Yeah. I just stayed outside in a little box that they gave me, and
Which milk? Soy milk or
semi-skim. Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, it's
all about semi.
Semi-skim?
They do.
You take like 6 weeks just to make sure that they've not got any infections or whatever. They're not going to hurt any other drummers that you currently have. And then it just so happens they wander up to a kit and they're actually really good.
Well, you know, they were really nice actually. I mean, they had like this really old, stinky bass drum case, and they used the pyro to poke holes in so I could breathe. They used ratchet straps to kind of make sure I didn't escape. I probably lived off soup for a while.
You've got to acclimatise your drummer before you let them out in the world.
Yeah.
It's like a cat. You've got to make sure that they don't run away. They always return.
Yeah, 100%. The honest answer was online, as things are.
So I was recording all the music with my old lineup, and Posh James, second James.
Yeah.
Posh James. Yeah, okay.
Posh James, rather than in capital James.
Is it one James 1, James 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So the sound engineer is a friend of his friend, and he came to the studio at the time, and then we had a chat, and then we were like, "Yeah, do you remember?"
I remember. Remember very well.
So I would hope if 2 people in this band remember, it would be the 2 that were there.
Yeah.
But it was we had a chat about music, and he told me about what kind of music he was into, and then we were like, maybe like we can make like a good music.
Yeah. So
music.
So Rio kind of was floating the idea of taking her already existing sound that she solidified with Guild and Sorry Silhouette and her collaboration with Tokyo Elvis and slamming it with some heavier influences. And she would mention things like Nine Inch Nails and Evanescence and a few other bands, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting on that. That sounds fun. Let's give it a go. And then we got James involved because we needed a drummer,
Unfortunately.
and then we went, oh, I need a guitarist. So then John turned up.
Yeah.
I just saw an advert that was like, hey, doing a thing, can I try it? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it.
Mm.
Sent me I think it's Violets to audition with.
Violets and Ronin and then Sweet Song Service.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
at first it was
Sure.
just that, and then they sent the other stuff as well.
Mm.
And then it was like, okay, come and let's get into a room, see how it works. I did. We played those songs together. They looked at each other with me still in the room, went, yeah. And I've just been here since.
Well, it wasn't quite that, was it? We were texting,
It wasn't quite like that. The story pretty much goes, John turns up, we're like, oh my god, look at this long freak, which is really cool. In a good, positive, loving way, by the way. And
Yeah, it's called disrespect taken, but
yeah,
I don't know.
just live with it. And yeah, it's no lie. We say this every time. We rehearsed a couple of tracks over and over.
Yeah.
I sent you a message and said, well, what your thoughts?
Yeah,
how
but
you feeling?
He didn't respond because he had no signal.
Yeah, so James had no signal. Didn't know what was going on. We're kind of, I'm on my drum kit, foot up, just going, so what do you think it's all about? And then Rio's got her phone out going, oh, I have a care.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of just going like, oh, I'm going to pop outside and have a quick vape. Anybody want to catch some air? Kind of drop into conversation. James was just sat there talking to John, and I'm just like, take the hint that we kind of want, like, the three of us to go outside.
Oh, yeah, because you two left and I just sat there.
And we're just
And we
we're talking about like didn't have to make YouTube videos and stuff.
Different pedals and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I
Yeah.
kind of stopped at that point. I just did things.
So I was like, James, come here.
Did you think we had to go back in the studio and go, James, can I just have a quick word? I'm here. James was like, what? I'm here.
Standards.
So yeah, we had a brief conversation, and pretty much it was from there and then on that session where we were like, are we happy?
You're the guy.
Yeah, let's go back in and let him know if he wants it, then position's there for him. And lucky enough, he said yes.
Yeah, no.
Here I am.
Sorry, what's that last bit?
Unfortunately, here I am.
Oh, there's no.
It's all of your problem now.
There's no. We do have a guest. I missed that. What breed is the dog?
Yeah, only a very small.
It's a Pomeranian.
I thought as much. I love Pomeranians, little sled dogs.
Yes. So she's a recovering from surgery foster.
Okay. Oh, that's very good. That's very decent of you. I'm
a nice guy. It's not all just about anger and hitting drums and throwing TVs out of hotel windows. You know.
No.
What have you done any of this?
Hitting drums. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that. Looking after dogs. I've done that. So as far as I can see, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Maybe we can talk about
And then Long Leg Daddy.
apparently, yeah, long leg daddy. Yeah, you can't say daddy long legs. No, long leg.
Long Leg Daddy.
It's an interesting dynamic, kind of sitting here watching you all interact. You're like a set of brothers and sister, just constantly. It's just carnage, like between you. Is this is this the way it always is? Because when you look, when you look at you live, which I had the fortune of doing so at the Spice of Life.
You didn't sound happy about it.
No. It's
Unfortunately, very high.
but like for difference, your energy live it's just like you all give it your all, and
Yeah.
it's just so kind of beastly. But it's brilliant. Does that something that you kind of had from the start, or that's born out of this kind of special fusion that you've got, or something that you've had to kind of work towards?
Do you know what? It's an interesting one because that day was particularly stressful for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very stressful, yes.
Yeah.
But then, like, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, and tell me if you disagree, but at least for me, I found just in how we play this sort of music anyway, I just beat the absolute life out of whatever I happen to have in my hands. And also, when you have such a stressful day, it becomes very easy to go, you know what, I'm going to hit this a little bit harder than usual. Turns out that when you hit it even harder, it just sounds even better.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
No.
No.
'Cause I don't want to monopolise the interview.
This is so democratic.
Yeah, I know. I think if I was to kind of give my take of the answer for that question, it would be a case of, is it like this all the time? Yes. We are fortunate enough to have 4 people that understand their own personalities. When we sit down and we have these kind of conversations with other people in interviews and stuff like that, yes, we are exactly like this. This is how we are in general. But going to the stage question, and I hate to reference another band, but in a sense, it is a bit like Slipknot to a certain degree, where our personalities or our music completely changes the moment that we hear the first note of, I would say, any song that we have.
That is a thing, actually, because
It's almost like we can chat, we can mess about, we can talk about other bands and how that sounds really good, or you don't really particularly like a certain part of another band's song or anything like that, which everybody does. Let's be fair. But as soon as we get on that stage and curtains are up, that is when we literally change.
Yeah.
And we just click into a own little spot.
The thing that I find, at least, because we start the show at the minute with Ronin, there's that little synthy intro bit where we're all just waiting, and I find in that bit, like you say, you snap into it, but there's also that, all right, let's go.
Yeah. And for me, it's like I've got that intro drum bit, and as soon as I start that, and then I hit you get that little pause, and then it just goes into it. That point where we go into Ronin is like, right, it's now.
And I think
And just talking about that, I just got a little.
And actually, for us, we're quite lucky that I feel like, because despite the life of our first show with this lineup, we've rehearsed it a million times what we wanted to do, minus all the setbacks on the day. But
That's the bit you can't count.
But to be honest, like the more we played, like we've got a few more shows under our belts now. It's like we have, at least to me, we have such a chemistry between all of us on stage.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you guys, but I never actually expected that, through my musical career so far anyway, like I've always, played in other bands where like, okay, we've got a show, we've rehearsed it, but it felt surgical. Whereas for us, okay, we've got a couple of pieces that we planned at the start of Ronin that really kind of help gets us into that frame where we put our hands up, we hit those first few notes and stuff, and then we're straight into it. But where else am I going with this?
There's a lot of things that have become things that we've looked on after we've got off stage and gone, that was really cool, that are completely unplanned. Like there was
the Epsom show when me and Rio in one of our fun songs went down.
You just took off.
Yeah, we just went into the crowd.
Just that, because you as a drummer really annoyed me.
Because the one before that I really liked was we had this whole section where, there's just this little breakdown bit and there's not a whole lot happening vocally. And I look over, you're headbanging, I look down at myself, I'm headbanging, I look back up, Rio's gone.
Oh yeah, I remember.
He's not on stage anymore.
I didn't.
Where is she?
No, I didn't. Back out of the crowd.
I didn't expect it.
But again, that's the beauty about the music and how we are relaxed enough at that point when it is game time
Yeah.
that we know what we're individually doing
Mhm.
at that point in time,
Hmm.
where we can just go, okay, I'm just going to go do
I'm
this.
just gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm just
You
gonna.
guys know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. And I'm just sat there just watching everybody just go, yeah. Right. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, very much. The impossible zombie.
Yeah, it gets to a point where you're just basically stage security, just watching while everyone else has left the stage.
Yeah, and you've got to shout at people whilst you're playing the drum, going, John! And he's got his ears and tick, and he's like hearing them going, John! And he looks around at me and I'm going, and he's like going, what? And they go,
Okay,
what's going on?
that's-
What is captivating is that's exactly how it sounds in my ears as well.
I apologise for the interruption in proceedings, but here is a message from one of our sponsors, My Tees. Hey there, music lovers, are you guilty about where your band merch comes from? Well, we've got you covered, literally. Allow me to introduce you to My Tees, the home of sustainable, eco-friendly clothing that doesn't compromise on style or burn a hole in your wallet. Whether you're looking for organic cotton t-shirts or recycled band merch, My Tees is all about circular fashion, which means keeping products out of landfills and on your back where they belong. From ethically made t-shirts to one-of-a-kind prints, every purchase is kind to the planet. Supporting your favourite bands? Why not do it in style with eco-conscious choices that reflect your love for music and the environment? My Tees is 100% plastic-free, vegan-approved, and only works with fair trade certified partners. It's time to look good and feel good about what you're wearing. Check out mytees.uk today and upgrade your merch game sustainably.
I've got that shot now. That's going to be, a gift.
No!
So yeah, continuing on. Ronin itself, as you stated. Well, actually, let me just roll back a little bit. I joined Cupchairs, this company, I think 3rd of June, and you are actually one of the first bands that I kind of sort of came across, and by kind of sort of random searching and kind of flurry of activity to get my feet under the table and get certain bits and pieces moving. So you were the
Everyone, you're sorry / you're welcome.
Okay. Thank you. You put me off there. You put me off my train of thought. Yes, so I kind of found you. I was listening to some music, and I thought, bloody hell, these guys have got something with the sound and the energy that you had. And I'm talking sort of like Guild, Stains on My Soul kind of era. And then onto Ronin, in our conversation, you said, okay, we're going into a slightly sort of maybe sort of heavier / darker type of territory with this one. Keep the track under wraps until we've kind of got it released and all of that. And I was like, oh, excellent. And I heard it. I was absolutely blown away when you saw my reaction, which for those of you watching, I will put the link and stuff below. What prompted, that's it, all of that. What prompted that kind of turn down that avenue? Was that something that you'd kind of always wanted to kind of you sort of flirted around the edges with it and then decided to go all in? Tell me the background behind it.
That's you.
I can give a sarcastic answer, but I think we want an actual answer here. So, over to you.
Okay, so when I reading some Stains on My Soul, like I was like I wanna make it more like a darker and heavier music. And then when I met like a James, we are talking about like a cyberpunk like a music.
We were experimenting with that.
We try to make another band in should I say?
No.
We can't say the band name, but yeah, use your imagination. But yeah,
it was very bad.
I'll tell you.
It was very bad. But
I've been with the band longer than you. You know about it, and I don't. Sorry, but I'm not going to swear. But WTF, people, seriously.
I mean, I've spent.
I thought we were close.
I've spent about
Yeah,
probably about
yeah.
10
I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
I'm talking to you.
I don't know. I've spent about 2 weeks living with these people.
That's
before.
true.
That is true, actually. Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
went through. Anyway, sorry. we
Yeah,
digress.
Anyways, digress.
Yeah. And at the time, I mean, still, but I got into like a dark techno music.
Mhm.
It's like a Res and also like a Virtual Riot and other like a darker, like a music like inspire me. And so I was like, maybe like I could put like a techno, like electron music into like a heavy music, more like a rock music. So that's why like I made this solo project into like a Batman, and this is why like we and then everyone likes different music. Like I like a techno, like electron music,
Mhm.
and also like a emo, heavy rock, like rock, and these guys like thrash metal, and it was like
Well, we've all got different.
I
Yeah,
think
different.
we've all got kind of different tastes
Yeah,
in
yeah.
music, definitely, 100%. I think, as for my side, to put my 2 Ps in very, very quickly, I come from the kind of 80s, 90s background of music. My take on Ronin, I wanted it to be very hard hitting. When it came to the drums, because it just had that drive behind it. And as soon as you hear sort of like we were just discussing just a moment ago about the first song that we open up with, which is obviously Ronin, and when you got that and you've got that break, and then when it kicks in with that little pause, it's like it needed to have that kind of punch behind it to kind of give it a basic drive, but just be really hard as well in the background from my style. So
It's an interesting song because it's like from like how you described it, and like a lot of people we've heard describe it, it's like everyone's like, oh, it's very industrial, it's very synthy and heavy, and it's got all these different elements into it. And I sit there, I listen to it, and I go, do you know what? I love this song, but I just get a punk vibe out of it more than anything else. Just from how the drums have gone. So the fact that everyone's like, oh, it's really industrial. It's like, yeah, I can hear it, but for me, I'm just like, it just seems more punky, which is fine.
We were sat in the studio recording it, and all four of us looked at each other and went, actually, this is like way more punk than any of us realized.
Yeah.
Could you almost like from a drummer, I guess, point of view, could say that it's like a basic kind of offspring, offspring kind of like
particularly complicated.
No, 100%.
It's just done really hard.
Yeah.
It just happened, I guess. Yeah.
But again, I think we
metal at the end as well.
Yeah, I mean, we do spend a lot of time in the background with all of our songs. I mean, if we were to take a question, for example, how do you come up with songs? I would say 98% of the time, we get like links to our Drive box where we store all of our stuff, and Rio would send a message in our WhatsApp group going, I've got this song, working on that. It might be an audio or it might be a link, and we'll check it out, and we'll all take our own individual points of that song going, oh, I love this, I'm not quite sure about that part. For me, it's like, yeah, that sounds really good. Unfortunately, I only have 4 limbs, not 16. So
this is my
unless we're programming some kind of background drum and bassy kind of parts, dancey parts, then if we would have to kind of reel it in and think how we do this live. But again, it's testing me as a drummer, and I guess with the other guys as well, on how we play our instrument, on how we can put our own stamp on that song that we're working with.
Oh yeah, you should see some of the riffs that I have to change.
Yeah.
They're impossible.
That is like they're saying I'm a crazy songwriter.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's take this one little quick example, go off a little topic for a second. So out of all of our songs, what's the one song that has the most samples in, and what is that total?
100.
100 samples.
Like a guild has like 120, not samples, but 120 or something.
Stems.
Like stems,
Yeah.
different layers. So that's how particular we get, or Rio gets, when writing. It's not a case of, I've just got this melody that goes la 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 la, which is obviously not good for us. But again, there will be many layers.
I've seen her sit there for 4 days to get a one-note synth perfect. It's just a droning note, and she's just sitting there fine-tuning it for 4 days until she's like, yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
And then she'll walk away from it and come back to it like 2 weeks later and go, I better finish it now.
Yeah. And then she'll send it to us, and then she'll randomly add like a shotgun or a car sound into it.
How many of our songs have shotguns in now?
There are quite a few for some strange.
Like most of them.
You know,
Yes,
we're a UK band, and yet we've got shotguns pretty much everywhere.
Talk-
I mean, I used to live in LA.
I blame Simon for that though as well.
Yeah.
I blame my producer.
Our producer on the last couple of songs that we did, there were a few shotgun sounds added in, but they were tastefully done, I must admit. Very
So, if I may, Rio, talk to me about this compositional process of yours, because it sounds like you're quite a prolific composer, but also because with being prolific can come a bit of kind of sort of mania, and you get things done from A to B very quickly. But you also have that element of, from what your bandmates are describing, quite a detailed technical approach, and a little bit sort of patient as well. And patience and prolificism, if that's a word, don't really go hand in hand. So where did all this come from? How do you kind of maintain it? And yeah, what have you got to say on it?
This is like, well, like one day, like I just walk, and then like some melodies like come up, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good music, and then I mess up with my like every drum, and then sometimes like it takes like 2 weeks or something, but sometimes like it takes like 3 days or something. So it's just it always not my intention. Like it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tough. It's really tough to say because
I don't know how it happened.
yeah.
I just wake up and I grab my laptop with Ableton, and I just write this melody, and I'm like, God damn, that's good. So I'm going to send it to the guys, and unfortunately, we're like, damn, that is good. That's got some potential, which is annoying because I can't do that. That really bugs me. I get my Mac out, and I'll sit there and we go, cool. Listen back and go, boots, yeah. But I was like, that doesn't sound like anything that I wanted it to sound like. I get stuff from Rio, and it's like, I'm like,
Yeah, but I think I would say like maybe I'll work on like scenes at the first,
Yeah.
and the scenes, and then after that like I put like a guitar and the bass, and then drums.
I must admit though, to add to that, she has become very good about doing the drums recently. It's become more, I would say, more natural sounding than the stuff that I've had when I first joined. But still, there are a few points where I'm like,
Well, the Haunted's a good example.
I think this sounds like that you are your first approach is through keys. Yes, is that correct? Okay, this is
Yeah,
Sims.
I think so. Yeah.
yeah. So this is why the drums come out super complicated, because we like to use all 10 fingers, but drummers only have 4 limbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not a spider.
if I could grow a couple of limbs or maybe use 2 drumsticks in one hand for a song, yes, it's been done before.
If you've got spare limbs to donate, send us a message. We have a drummer we can donate them to.
We just can make sure that he has more limbs for more drum
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
If you've got a spare limb, you need to speak to Jay. Jay Drum.
So wait, we can find that.
That's Jay Drum, 79.
What platforms? Didn't quite catch that, mate.
Oh, social platform.
And just finalising the serious, intricate composer stuff. Rio, where did this kind of magic that you possess come from? I mean, you born with it, classically trained, just stumbled on it by accident, and it was, yeah.
We both said that to each other at the same time.
Although you didn't quite hear that in the background, both of these two children,
Yeah.
maybe it's Maybelline.
Other shampoo products are available.
Other shampoo products are available, and by the way, I don't just have natural looking hair.
What?
That was precious.
Sorry, yeah.
Are you sorry? Where? I will reiterate the question. So where did your ability to write this come from? Were you classically trained, or is it just something that's just been grown naturally?
I don't know. It's tough. Like when I was a kid, my mom forced me to go to piano school. I did enjoy it.
No comment.
So I think, from the experience, I've got some basic, like music knowledge. But I tried to make music by myself, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, but it wasn't good. And even though I was in a different band, it wasn't good. I couldn't make it. And then after my old band broke up, I tried to I was like, maybe I don't need a band, so I tried to make. I do need. At the time, maybe I don't need a band, so I try to make music by myself, and I watched some tutorials on YouTube. It was how to use Ableton, and then how to make melodies, how to make a synth sound, something. And I think because of that, I could, I was able to make music. Yeah, I think that's what I became now. So it might be, I don't know, maybe I trained myself. Honestly. Also maybe natural, I don't know.
Trial and error.
Yeah, I think it's like with
Trial and
anything.
error.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wasn't born to play drums. I was a guitarist before I played drums. But again, it's just what you naturally find, and you do anything over and over and over again.
Yeah.
You're bound to get kind of semi good at it at some point. And obviously, well, apart from bass, you pick up a bass. And you plug one chord and you call yourself a bass. You're ready for a gig. You've got an amp, you've got pedals, you've got bass.
Don't even need that. Don't even need that.
You don't even need
just stand there.
Oh, just the eye.
No one hears you anyway. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Can I have a bit more bass? Yeah, sure. No worries. I'll turn you down. Yeah.
Press play on the Mac. That would do.
Yeah. Oh, that bass was kicking. Really? Oh, great.
I was even check out what was going on.
I didn't even play. I was in the toilet.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna pull this for just a second, because you mentioned about spending loads of time on something but also being prolific, and I think it's something that a lot of people get stuck on, but is a really important point. That there's always this conversation between quantity or quality. Quantity produces quality, because if you do it enough, you get better at it. The thing that people get stuck on so much is they will get to this point of my first idea was trash, so I stopped.
Yeah.
Of course your first idea is trash. Keep doing it. Your second one's less bad. Your third is even less bad, and so on.
It's the same as learning an instrument. It's like
Yeah.
climbing a hill. No one starts good. Everyone starts at the same.
Yeah.
No one just picks up an instrument and goes, "Oh my god, I'm amazing. I'm this, that, and the other." Nah.
Yeah.
It takes decades to get to there.
Yeah, but mind you, that with some people in music, the more that you do, it's not necessarily the better you get.
Hello.
The more you do, the worse you get. I mean, if we're going to throw that in the mix, look at Lars Ulrich.
It's a very Metallica heavy conversation.
Sorry, I went there. I do. Don't get me wrong. I've got great respect for Metallica, but yeah.
As someone wearing 3 rings that are owned by other people in Metallica, I have to defend their honour here now.
I was going to say, listen, don't frustrate. They're still doing it for a living, you're not.
So, well, no.
Now,
It's about it. Sorry.
I'm going to take a really contrarian opinion on Metallica and actually say that I do actually like Saint Anger as an album.
How is this contrarian when I agree?
Okay. Fair enough. There's not many people agree about it, but
Even the snare, I can justify the snare.
Yeah, I can justify the snare.
Yeah, because people say it sounds like a trash can, and you are correct. However, if you actually listen to the songs, the snare is tuned to the same pitch as the guitars, and I think that's a really neat little move.
I want to throw up my hand and admit I've not actually really listened to that album, so
It's
I
good.
can't really.
It has some good songs, but the snare kills me.
As well as listening to the album, I'd actually encourage watching the documentary, because I think that
Some Kind of Monsters, it's really worth it. It's a necessary watch to make Saint Anger better.
Yes, yeah. Because this was an album that sounded completely different to any of other Metallica's albums, and it had that psychological, everyone's in a meltdown and there's a psychologist trying to fuse them together for the benefit of the band and themselves and the PR company and the record label and all that kind of stuff. So there's all these types of dynamics coming there, and yeah, it really is. It's a one-off production. And I don't hate it as much as people criticize it, but there you go.
My only analysis on this, and I will stop, I promise.
That's fine.
Is it starts out as a derivative of a Metallica album, and it's a deconstruction up until the end. Because the first song, Frantic, is literally just Damage Inc., but played in C and a little bit slower. It's the exact same riff.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But All Within My Hands at the end is just tearing away levels of psyche and ego and delusion about what you are and what you should be and whatever, and it just ends with Hetfield screaming kill 26 times over guitars as they're screaming feedback. And the fact that you can get from one end to the other and there is a cohesive progression between them, like as an artistic statement, it is really clever. And people go, oh yeah, but snare sounds bad. I'm done now.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So, what's next on the cards for Rio in terms of kind of compositions and stuff? Are you recording stuff? Have you managed to keep the pace that Ronin has delivered? Keep the darkness, or what's going on?
We should have anticipated this question.
I mean,
that's right. Keep the darkness. Yes, the next one's pretty good.
What I was going to say? How much do you want to say?
It's a Cupchairs exclusive, so yeah, plenty.
It is now.
we were in the studio in March earlier this year. Ronin is the first of a few, with one coming out shortly, but I'm not going to give you the exact date just yet. There'll be more. Are you alright?
Is he okay? He needs some more milk.
Yeah. Right, I thought I saw a symbol. It was a daddy long leg just flew right in my face. Apologies, viewers, about that one.
We have a few more coming, and one within the next couple of months. We're just finalising little bits and pieces on stuff like the artwork, for example.
Yeah.
So that
it tends to be really hard.
It does tend to be hard, and Ronin kicked it up a gear for our artwork, so now we've got a bit of a base level we have to do.
So yeah, there was the artwork and then it's the video work as well that has to go along. Because again, this is all pretty much done in house.
Well, it is done by us.
Yeah. So it's not a case of we've got a whole bank of people working in the background for us.
Of course.
Apart from like a couple of people that we know to kind of help us out, the rest of it is all
So it's all us. Like at the end of the day, we're working on a budget of zero. We're all self-funded and stuff. So our priority is always the music and the sound. So things like the artwork and the videos have to take a bit of sacrifice, unfortunately, for that. But in short, we've got a lot in the pipeline. We've got another new single that will be coming out in the next couple of months. We've got a whole host of shows up until the end of the year. We've got a few lined up for next year as well, but we're not ready to say too much more on that. And I think we're hoping to get back in the studio again next year as well.
Yeah,
good.
To record probably, I don't know, good few more singles
Yeah.
And then
It'll be a number of songs.
Yes.
The number
Thank you.
the number is something that we will let you know as they come.
Well, last time I got told off last time.
You could potentially give a number which is lower than what we're actually going. So, for example, you could say,
But less than 5.
yeah, it's less than 5. And it's
more,
definitely
it's
not
more than one, less than
more than
5.
one, less than more than one, and definitely more than 2.
Some of them this year, some of them next year. Yeah.
Oh my
Who
god.
knows? Who knows?
English is so difficult.
Are you
Eva Muzukashi, Itsuka, we are doing Nanika. There you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever he just said.
Sometime we are doing something.
Yeah, we've got at least one more this year.
Yes.
Mhm.
Potentially 2 will maybe if we're good
Well,
enough.
I mean, we got a collection.
We do have a collection. We've got a whole back catalogue.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few ready to go. It's just
So what we're actually planning, so what we've recorded this year, what we're planning on recording next year, still doesn't even touch a 5th,
no.
6th
Oh, yeah.
of what we've got idea-wise. And these ideas are not like 10 seconds. These ideas are like
They're finished
full
demos.
songs.
Yeah. We just need to tweak things like
But
the riffs.
the problem is that we have is that we all work, and it's finally the time to go, okay, let's work on song X, Y, Z, and then learn that song, and then record it, and then put time. Again, recording's not cheap.
Yep.
So,
No.
we have to say, at this point we'll do this, and then we'll release a couple of songs this year, and then next year we'll do X, Y, Z. So what we've got now that sounds hot without swearing,
We've already got more behind.
I have
Well done.
actually. I would like to say I have not.
Neither of us.
I've been really, really good this time. Honestly, my mouth opens and I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. I almost did it.
I could feel it coming.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
We've got 20 plus like things that
We've got a couple of albums worth of stuff.
100%. I mean, we've got so much going on.
Yeah.
But we do also have something else that isn't just music. And that's coming soon. All I'll say is when the latest batch of shirts are gone, there's something to look forward to.
You just
Okay.
said-
Good.
No, I
'cause
didn't.
you
So
just
that is a surprise, to be fair.
Yeah.
it's
That is
a it's an
did. You
energy
haven't told me.
it's an energy drink.
It is. It's
It is
Rio.
Yeah.
Monster, mango flavored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Someone thought like a real sounds like a beer.
Beer.
Yeah,
What?
Okay.
beer.
Really?
When you-
Yeah.
Huh?
Beer.
Were they-
B-E-R-O, yeah.
I know what you're saying, like smelly sweat. Yeah, but
Yeah.
what?
Is it in Australia one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Spain and I ordered some coffee at the Starbucks.
Right.
And then they asked me like, so what's your name? So I was like, Rio, okay. And then they were like, okay, like your drink, and I got it. And then I saw the name, it was Bill.
Starbucks get it wrong on purpose so that you talk about it and then you give them free advertising because you're now talking about Starbucks.
Yes.
There are
Yeah.
other coffee brands out there, by the way, not just.
Oh yeah, coffee brand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oops.
Today's episode of Cupchairs is sponsored.
You take it like cold water and everything, aren't
Okay.
Just-
Well,
But there's a lot coming.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming.
there's a lot coming. Good. Well, I want to hear
New
about
music, 5 shows, new other bits and pieces.
t-shirts, energy drinks, your own brand of drummer, drummer targeted flavored milk or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
sauces for him as well.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, as long as we get to hear about it, I'm absolutely fine. As I said, you were the first band that I kind of got into in this role. So you've become, whether you like it or not, a bit of a pet of mine. So it's a horse that I'm going to back all the way. So it's been an absolute pleasure to speak. If you've got anything else you might want to just add to your fans or to anyone watching, now's the platform is yours.
I think the only thing to say is, if you like our stuff, you can find it on any streaming platform just by searching Rio. And if you want to see us live, all of our upcoming shows and future shows are available on our Linktree and our Instagram, on well, all of our social media platforms, even, but Instagram's the important one for us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and thank you to everyone that watches and listens, and
Yeah.
we appreciate and love everyone. So
Yes, thank you everybody
Means a lot.
following
You too.
and liking and sharing. Massively appreciated.
I was going to make a really sarcastic comment to end, but actually that's way nicer. So yeah, just that. But yeah, thank you.
What he said.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what she said.
Yep, indeed. Fine, fair enough. Okay, excellent. I will get this edited as kind of fast as I can. I've got to go to France to film a documentary for one of my record label bands, which is fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
France for a record level documentary. The French band I know it's Cupchairs.
I have to say, I'm loving the video in the background as well. By the way.
It's of us.
Yeah, it's us. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I've only just noticed that.
Have you only just noticed that?
Yeah.
I've been watching it.
I thought
I started watching it and I was like, I'm not watching the camera anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yeah, no, that's the video that I did for you when I was there. Kind of picked up bits and pieces and threw it all together.
That's me on the drums. Look, man.
I'm keeping this bit in. I'm still recording.
Yeah. 100%. Keep it in. Look, there I am again. Look, I do exist.
Fun bit of trivia for you, Ben. You'll like this. Out of all the shows we've done so far and all the pictures, there are only 2 of James. So he's really excited that there's some footage of him playing drums.
There he is.
Look at me, I'm there.
There's 3 pictures, but there's 2 that are quite clear, and the third is a perfect shot of you, apart from the fact that my headstock covers your face.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like perfect.
Okay. Next time I'm down and I video you or take photos, I'll do my very best that every shot that's got your drummer in it, the head is slightly missing, it's slightly off or slightly out. Every single one, and I'll post all of them and I'll tag you. Yeah.
Yes. Perfect. Don't forget. J Drum 79.
God damn.
Yeah, yes, yeah. I knew that bit was coming.
So where can we find you, James?
On Instagram, J Drum 79.
Oh, okay, thank you.
The only reason why I keep saying that is because TikTok deleted my account for no reason whatsoever. So I've lost about 8 years of followers that were my core followers. That literally it's all gone.
Not like bitter
They
about it.
deleted everything.
And all of those original followers of yours were so enamored with you that they didn't bother to look you up and find your new account.
100%. Go fit. I'd be really good, but if I do this for longer, does that work? Yeah, it does work.
Okay, no.
Really
I seriously mourn the loss of that TikTok account, and may your new one be bountifully replenished.
Okay,
it's been an absolute pleasure. As soon as it's up, I'll send collaborative posts your way and all that kind of stuff. And best of success with whatever it is you're doing over the next few weeks. I see you've got some shows and bits and pieces and what have you. I think one's near Christmas somewhere in Brighton, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, 21st. Yeah. Dalton Butt. So
yeah. Looking
whoever
forward
wants to come down can come down.
to that.
Yeah.
Brighton.
Bye-bye. It's the first time we're in Brighton, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Brighton's a good vibe. I think you'll do well there. Brighton just seems to be a bit of a different animal to London in many ways, and a lot of bands kind of get a good lot of exposure down that way. So you can't do no wrong there. But definitely, as soon as you get a London date as well, let me know, because I'll be straight up onto that.
We've got 2.
Okay,
what do
go
you
on.
want? Do you want November or October?
Okay, in November.
November 29th at the Macbeth.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 29th of November. That's good because it's close enough to December. That gives me a bit of time with some bits of stuff that I've got going on. So I'll endeavour to come down to that one.
Absolutely. Cool.
Excellent.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. All the best going now. All right. You have a good night.
See you later, mate.
Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Break the mold.